Chapter 4, Atoms and Elements. We talked about atoms. Atoms are the smallest parts of matter, the building blocks of everything we can see, feel, or touch. The property of the atom determines the property of the matter itself. So an atom is the smallest identifiable unit of an element. We talked about an element as being a pure substance that cannot be broken down into simpler substances through chemical methods. And the atom is the smallest piece of an element that is still identifiable as an element. There are about 91 different kinds of atoms. If we look at the periodic table, you'll see that there are more than 91 boxes up there. All of the ones on this table that have their symbols outlined in black, but the symbol is white, those are all man-made. They do not naturally occur. So that's what we mean by the 91. Those are the naturally occurring ones. Atoms are mind-bogglingly small. It's really hard to get your head around how small they are. So analogies are helpful here. So if we looked at one pebble, like one grain of sand, and you looked in to see how many atoms are in one grain of sand, okay? So you take the atoms in one grain of sand. If those were as big as a grain of sand, they would be larger than Mount Everest. Think of how many grains of sand it would take to be the size of Mount Everest, which is a ginormous mountain if you're not familiar with it. Just huge. That's how many atoms are in one grain of sand. Atoms are tiny.